hope you're all well. Today I'm off. Today is Tuesday and I'm off. It's my off day. So tomorrow I go back to work. But today I watched some movies and I want to share them. So the first one I'd seen is called The Strange Woman in 1946 with Hedy Lamarr. It's a drama, a romance from Cult Singer Classics. Beautiful Jenny Hager finds she can always get what she wants from the men in the 1820s port of Bangor, Maine. Freed by the death of her drunkard father, she soon maneuvers herself into a position to marry a middle-aged, moneyed local businessman. Though she often uses his money to do good, she continues to consider all other men fair game. Really good movie. Let's see what the people have to say about it. Hedy Lamarr, so wonderful at playing this role, and am only part way through this movie, would be an illustration of this personality. You might see what ensues after she posts the letter to Ephraim. If writers and filmmakers nowadays could make such movies. Very good review. Very good movie. What a strange movie, and what a character role played by Hedy as the strange woman. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks. I enjoyed it too. I love the old movies so much. I do too. I think the title of this film may have been better titled as The Damaged Woman. I love these old movies. How are the men so ugly and the women so beautiful in the 1940s movies? The comments are interesting. Who's a man and who's a woman commenting? Imagine living in a time where you can't work, you can't improve your situation without marriage. A time where the only way to no longer live in abuse and squalor is to marry into a better life. She is a survivor. She is an intelligent woman who had no other options in a patriarchal society. Not a deviant and evil woman, but a woman who survived in a time where women were objects and property. And how perfect to have a genius woman, the first person to discover the origins of Wi-Fi, to play the part. I think it's a very good movie. Yeah, very enjoyable. And then the next movie I've seen is Indiana Jones and the Treasure of the Peacock's Eye. What's the story of the diamond from Temple of Doom's opening scene? Well, according to a licensed Indiana Jones reference book, it was the same diamond he sought to find in his youth. This re-edit ties the Treasure of the Peacock's Eye with the opening scene of Temple of Doom. It adds scenes of Harrison Ford and music by John Williams. It's alright. It's not as good as the old Indiana Jones movies with Harrison Ford. So this movie had a young actor, and it wasn't Harrison Ford. And yeah, it's just not as good as the old movies with Harrison Ford, not by a long shot. Yeah, I enjoyed all the Harrison Ford movies, but this just don't come close. Yeah, but it's alright. Whatever, so here are the comments by the people. Whatever this is, it's done well. Love it. When you can't stop watching a movie, what an engaging, adventurous, and full of action movie. Didn't know of the Young Indiana Jones series, but I'm gonna watch them all to the end. Thank you for uploading these great movies. Thank you. You brought me back to my childhood days. Me as well. I watched the Indiana Jones movies with Harrison Ford in my childhood and I enjoyed it so much. I love Indiana Jones movies because it's full of places to be seen and more surprises and adventure. Okay, then the next movie I've seen is Red House in 1947 with Edward G. Robinson, and I watched it colorized. What I cannot have, I'll destroy. An old man and his sister are concealing a terrible secret from their adopted teen daughter concerning a hidden abandoned farmhouse located deep in the woods. This one is really good. It's full of suspense and mystery. Here are the comments. Wonderful, wonderful film. Unlike any script I've seen, all the actors, Robinson at the center of course, all wonderful and beautifully cast. Julie London, my gosh. Rory Calhoun as a teenager. What more could you ask for? Watch this film. Wow, it's so unique and refreshing to see a Neue film out in the countryside instead of in a dense urban environment. Love it. All things considered, the strange plot, the dynamic cast, the exquisite film score, and its portrayal of young innocence in a post-war rural America gone forever. It is probably the best movie I have ever seen, and I've seen a lot. Nothing made today comes even close. So that's a really good review. And I agree, this movie is outstanding. I've never been so impressed by E.G. Robinson's acting as in this movie. Absolutely right and convincing. All the actors are good and so refreshingly honest and genuine. Magnificent acting by all in this film. Fancy Rory Calhoun as a bad guy and a very young Julie London and Edward G. Robinson acting at his very best. This was Aline Roberts' debut, and she went on to star in another dozen or so movies. She died at age 90 in 2019. She had a strong Christian faith. Very enjoyable, suspenseful movie. I remember my parents saying they went to see this movie on a date. They were married the next year in 1948. I'd never seen it before. Thanks for posting it. This is a great movie. I remember showing this movie to my parents. They were literally on the edge of their seats. I was too, on the edge of my seat. I first saw this film as a child while staying with my aunt and uncle. They had no children, and she looked and behaved like Betty Davis. The memory of this film was in my subconscious. I remembered it as the Red Barn, the creepy music and the wind are what I remembered. Great performance by EGR. Incredible movie with some wild twists and turns in the right places. What a brilliant cast. Thanks for this one. Superb movie experience, complete with popcorn, right here in the comfort of my home. The cast, screenplay, and acting was solid. The use of lighting was brilliant, no pun intended. Black and white movies are often seen as inferior, but in this case, colorization would have been an unnecessary distraction. Thanks for sharing this gem. As a hardcore cinephile who's been watching movies for 35 years, I can say this is one of the greatest films I've ever seen. That's a great review. And I agree, this one is a gem. Yeah, and then the next one I'd seen is Dear Bridget. It's a family comedy. (1965). This movie's alright. It's not as good as the previous one I'd seen. It's more of a family comedy. Meet Professor Leaf, a whimsical poet lost in his own thoughts, whose world takes an unexpected turn when he realizes that his son is not only a math protege, but also incapable of perceiving the full spectrum of colors. As his son navigates the intricate realm of numbers, he finds himself entangled in the enchanting allure of Brigitte Bardot, the iconic French bombshell. Balancing the realms of intellect, perception, and romance, the Leaf family embarks on a unique journey filled with poetic musings, mathematical wonders, and the timeless allure of a silver screen siren. It's alright. It's a family movie. Let's see what the people have to say about it. What an absolutely fantastic film. This is my kind of movie. All the old greatest actors, hugs and stuff from across the pond. Amazing movie, pure flicks of Hollywood, so sweet and wholesome of the human spirit. And then Hollywood predictions come true. Delightful movie, so glad I watched it. Okay, yeah. Except for the films by David Lean, 60s movies in general are horrible. This is shot like an episode of The Partridge Family. Yuck. Okay, that's a bad review. This person didn't enjoy this movie. So there's a bad review of the movie. Not everybody enjoyed it. Thanks for posting this gem. I'm a big Jimmy Stewart fan, but hadn't even heard of this one before. The good old days when family values and life was good and important all across America. Charming movie and times. This relaxes me. Thank you. Parents often want their kids to like what they like and follow in their footsteps. Even today, it's pretty common for an athletic father to expect his son to be an athlete and have a hard time handling it if his son is, for example, artistic or musical. My daughter-in-law has an advanced degree in a great career, while my daughter homeschools exceptionally and raises and grows their own organic food. You have to support your kids to follow their own dreams, not the dreams of the parents. The father was learning that in this movie. It would be great if there were a sequel so you could see what happened next. So there are the movies I watched today. So yeah, I had a wonderful, relaxing movie day today. And tomorrow I go back to work. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.